ends the Steelers' undefeated season. Alex Smith will join the show once again. Also, highlights and reaction from the Monday night clash between the Bills and the 49ers. Speaking of, we begin with the best thing I saw today. Steve, sometimes you don't need to get too cute.
Nope.
Because the best thing is pretty obvious, and you just saw it on Monday Night Football. Josh Allen, have a night. Bills down 7-0. Allen ready to run? Nope. We're slinging to Cole Beasley. What a night for 11. And then down by the goal line, Beasley, touchdown. He had 113 receiving yards in the first half. Career high 130 and got cradled like a baby by John Feliciano there after the touchdown. Allen, Dawson Knox, who runs like a wild animal, Steve, tight end.
Always open.
14-7 Buffalo leads at the half. Play act, Isaiah McKenzie wide open. That's touchdown number 3. Buffalo's lead swells to 14. Fourth quarter, they're still up double figures, up 10. Allen, Gabriel Davis. And that is the 4th touchdown of the game for Josh Allen, who goes 32 of 40. No picks, 4 touchdowns, 375 yards. In Buffalo, in the same field where they lost in excruciating fashion to the Cardinals, gets a victory over the 49ers. Allen continues to make his case this year for the best season we've seen by a Bills quarterback, and that's saying a lot considering the fun that the K-Gun used to run back in the 90s. Monday night marked Allen's 3rd game this season with at least 300 yards and 4 touchdowns, which breaks a tie with Jim Kelly in 91 and Fitzmagic in one of his many stops. That was 2010 for the most in Buffalo history. Now time for our T-Mobile post-game coverage. Lisa Salters with Josh Allen.
Josh, you had 4 touchdown passes to 4 different guys. What does that tell you about your offense tonight?
Well, it means that we were in a groove. Coach Dable had a really good game plan going into this week. We went out there, we executed pretty well early on. It was a little faulty. Obviously, the 4th and goal situation, then fumbling backed up. So we didn't get to a great start, but our guys found a rhythm. We stuck with it, and our defense played a heck of a game, too.
You mentioned being in a groove. It seemed like you were able to do anything you wanted out there for a while there. Did it feel like that?
Yeah, I mean, it felt good. The ball was coming out the hand pretty well. But, again, credit to our guys for going out there, getting open and making plays. Our 5 guys up front blocking. Our tight ends kind of being the dual threats they are.
Great job.
Love you. So it was a great team win tonight.
Your connection with Cole Beasley in the first half and then in the second half with Stephon Diggs, did both guys just get hot at different times? What was the key to that?
I mean, again, I trust these guys implicitly. We work extremely hard. Those are 2 true professionals that go out to practice and work their tails off. You know, they don't complain, they don't ask for the ball, they just do their job, and it's fun to play quarterback when you got guys that consistently do the right thing and get open and fight for the ball for you. So, love those guys.
Still on top in the AFC East. Nice win tonight. Your reward, the 11-1 Steelers. Next week, it doesn't get any easier, does it?
Definitely not. We'll enjoy this one tonight, figure it out, and watch the game plan, because, again, we left some stuff out there that we wish we had back, and we'll get on to Pittsburgh and, try to put together a good week and a good game plan for them. And, again, they're hot, and we know that, and we got to be ready for anything.
Thanks, Josh. Congratulations on the win. Get back there in the locker room so your teammates can beat you up some more.
Getting harassed by his own teammates. Pittsburgh's up next. Brian Greasy and Louis Riddick will join the show a little later with their thoughts on that sublime performance from Allen. Win Monday keeps the Bills a game ahead of the Dolphins, as Lisa alluded to, in the race for the AFC East. Those teams face off one more time Week 17. Bills haven't won their division since 1995, 3rd longest active drought in the NFL. As you're about to see, the Browns also got a little help Monday in their quest to break. This young, talented Washington defense hung in. Their offense makes plays. And Chase Young loving it as Washington goes into Pittsburgh and ends the Steelers' undefeated season. You knew the Steelers would have a tough time to get to 16-0. I don't know how important it was organizationally for them, but they don't get there. I don't know who thought Washington would end it, although that number was kind of interesting. They were less than a touchdown favorite in this one. Monday, Washington entered at 4-7. They become the team with the fewest wins in NFL history to knock off an opponent who was 11-0 or better. Ron Rivera begins the thoughts after Washington's big win.
In spite of some of the decisions I made today, they played their asses off. Then this really does rank up there just because of the fact, who we beat. We beat them in Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgh Steelers, that's one of the storied franchises as well in this league. So to come in and win, that was big for our guys. I'm real proud of them.
Steelers hang on to the 1 seed in the loaded AFC thanks to a better conference record, but it'll be a fight with the Chiefs for that all-important bye. Keep in mind, this year they're just one with the changes to the playoff structure. Tricky schedule down the line. Monday night game against the Bengals, their only remaining game against a non-playoff team. Chiefs on paper have the easier schedule, but plenty of fight in the Falcons. Chargers, I don't know after what happened on Sunday. After this loss, Coach Tomlin, never at a loss for precise perspective.
Different points along the journey, you get a chance to learn about yourself, who you are, what you're made of, individually and collectively, and it takes the journey to reveal that. And so, we're faced with a loss now, so we'll get an opportunity to smile in the face of it.
Yeah, it stinks. It's been a while since we've lost a game, so it's not a good feeling, but we'll prepare for a short week and get ready to go again.
We look forward to our Monday visits with Ryan Clark, particularly with a team, 2 teams, I should say, actually, that you know quite a bit about, Ryan. And if we're to narrow it down to what went wrong for Pittsburgh, where would you start?
You know what? It starts with what Pittsburgh can't do, which is run the ball. And it starts with how they were playing this game. And it ends with season-defining plays. And you're going to see 2 of them right here with the game tied 17-17. The Pittsburgh Steelers have 4th and 1. They're going to go empty backfield and split out Anthony McFarland. He's the 3rd-string running back. But if he's out there, there's no one behind Ben Roethlisberger. Bostic is going to be running from the inside, so they feel like they have action. You're going to get a sluggo to the outside. There's going to be field in front of McFarland. Ben Roethlisberger tries to throw a back shoulder throw to a 3rd-string running back who's not in this position, who has 5 catches on the entire season. Pittsburgh Steelers, you're 11-0. You got to make that play. Now, fast forward to the Redskins. There's 10 people in the box, so you know you have single high. He's going to hit the Taiwan route or the slot fade to Cameron Sims. Cameron Sutton actually has good coverage. Here, you're going to see both guys vision the ball, so this throw has to be perfect. Alex Smith puts it in the one place it has to be. It's a one-hand catch by Cam Sims. These are the plays that these teams had to make to win the football game. There's one team that is descending. They don't have a run game. They rely on Ben Roethlisberger, and Ben Roethlisberger does not make the play. Alex Smith, the comeback player of the year, the greatest story in football in 2020, makes the throw that he needs to make after being cleated, after cheating a little bit to get his team a field goal, but doing everything to win. These 2 teams are in different places, but the Pittsburgh Steelers better shore some things up because the Buffalo Bills are coming to town.
Yeah, we had conversations offline, Ryan, about just the notion of identity and through the years who Pittsburgh's been. Obviously, Connor's out. Roethlisberger threw the ball 53 times this week, more than anybody else in the NFL, and they have been sliding down your power rankings of late. If you were to prioritize what troubles you most about them as we head into the most important stretch of the year, Ryan, what would that be?
It's physicality is the first thing, right? When you look at a team that can't run the football right now and then pay attention to the teams that are ascending, this is a difficult thing to do if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers, to win in the playoffs against the AFC teams without ball control, depending on Ben Roethlisberger to create run game through the pass. We saw it against the Dallas Cowboys. We saw it against the Baltimore Ravens. And then obviously tonight having to go on 4th and 1 and throw outside to your 3rd-string running back. And then also because of this, you now have to depend on Ben Roethlisberger, a 38-year-old quarterback, 17 years in the league, who is banged up to create all of your offense. And Scott, it does not help when you have 7 drops because you drop back to throw the ball 53 times. This is the way this team is built now. This is the way that they're going to have to go about their business. But when you throw the football this much and you're losing people defensively, you're asking a lot of your team. And so dropping Ben Roethlisberger back may be the way you think you need to win. He probably is your best football player, your most reliable football player. But it's not the way to go about winning championships. It's not the Pittsburgh Steelers way. It's not the physicality that you bring to the field every year that makes people fear you. And I think game by game, people think less and less of what it's like to be physically matched up against the Pittsburgh Steelers, both offensively and defensively. And so down the stretch, they have 3 games against the Colts, against the Bills, and against the Cleveland Browns that are all losable games that put them in the place they never expected to be after starting 11-0.
I also think we agree, Ryan, that under the closing time lights that a loss turn on, we see your warts much more than we do when you are able to win those close games. And I think that leaves us probably harshly grading the Steelers. And I understand why after they lose to Washington. As always, Ryan, thanks for the time. We'll talk again next week, my friend.
Thank you so much, my man.
All right, still to come. A Bills win on Monday night. On the shoulders of their quarterback, Josh Allen, reaction from inside the booth with Greasy and Riddick. Plus, welcome to SportsCenter from our nation's capital. I'm Scott Van Pelt, little past 11:22, and I'm not tired yet. The Washington football team ends the Steelers' undefeated season. Alex Smith will join